Tonight's game is a presentation of B92.7 FM Sports.
Playoff football is on the air. Tonight from Menahga, it's the Breckenridge Cowboys taking on the Menahga Braves. Tonight's game is brought to you by American Federal Bank, Anthony's Hair Place, Bircham Therapeutic, Cargill, Doman Chiropractic, Gripper Sports Store, Interstate Engineering, Jawoski Glass and Repair, Menahga Farmers Cooperative, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Optimum Rehab, Red River Communications, Red River Human Services, Smith Motors, Breckenridge Public Schools, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Red River Agency, the Wilkin Drink and Eatery, Minn Kota Ag Products, Hike Camp Construction, Carlson Family Insurance, Miller Realty, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Twin Town Villa, CHI St. Francis, Quality Toyota, Builders First Source, Otter Tail Power Company, Essentia Health, Titan Machinery, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Buyer Insurance Agency, and Kraus Brothers Construction. Now, here's KBMW's Turner Blofus.
And welcome to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. My apologies, everyone, for the music. This happened in Parker's Prairie, too, but they really like to blast their music around these parts. Menahga, Minnesota, my first time here. First time here for a lot of these Breckenridge Cowboys, probably all of them, as I can't think of a single time these two teams have matched up, and I can't think of a single sport. So football for sure, I will say. These two teams have never faced off each other. A lot of unfamiliarity for Breckenridge moving down to single A. But here we are, opening up the playoffs. Breckenridge dropped a little further than they expected as far as seeding goes for Section 6A. Cowboys dropped all the way to number 5 from number 2 last week after their lopsided loss to Pelican Rapids to wrap up the regular season. Menahga ended up jumping them in the standings to get the 4 seed and the home playoff game. And more importantly, if you would have asked me last week if there was a chance the QRF would turn that around, I would have said no way. I'm pretty sure I said it during the broadcast last week. I didn't think there was a way that they would be playing on the road. But here we are, playing on the road. Run you through how we got to these Section 6A playoffs. Start off with the Breckenridge Cowboys. A tough 1-point loss to Otter Tail Central, their Section 6A foe, to open up the season. 27-8 victory over Parker's Prairie to follow it up. 34-12 loss to Frazee on homecoming, followed it up with a 42-0 win over Underwood, who's also in this section. I'll let you know where they're at when we get to the power poll ranking. Followed it up with a 49-16 victory over Roseau, and then a pair of homecomings were spoiled on the back end of the regular season. West Central area Ashby, Breckenridge went and took them down 45-36 in a shootout. Followed it up with a 36-32 come-from-behind win at Hawley. And then they moved on to play Pelican Rapids last week, which, they're going to want to forget about that one pretty quick. Pelican Rapids handed it to them 54-25. Really racked up the points in that ball game. And then I'll get you how Menahga got to this point in the season. Started off the season with a big W, 48-26 over Bagley. Went on a 2-game losing skid after that, Wadena Deer Creek, and they lost to them as well as Pine River Bacchus. Followed it up with a victory over Walker Hackensack Akeley, a 2-0 forfeit victory over Red Lake. And then their biggest win of the season, a 14-8 upset over New York Mills a few weeks ago. They followed it up with a 38-6 loss to Monoman Waban, and then wrapped up their regular season with a big win over Lake Park Audubon by a score of 14-6. May as well go through the power poll ranking right now, brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company, on for conservation. At the top of Section 6A, scoring off with Underwood today, New York Mills, as I said, their one loss has been to Menahga. Pine River Bacchus got a home game as well, hosting 7th-seeded Walker Hackensack Akeley. Otter Tail Central, the 3rd seed, with their 5-3 record, hosting 6th-seeded Lake Park Audubon, they're 3-5. And then Menahga and Breckenridge both 5-3. Forgot to get you those records for the other teams. New York Mills 7-1, obviously. Pine River Bacchus with a 6-2 record. Underwood still has to win a game yet this year, 0-8. And then Walker Hackensack Akeley is 3rd with a 3-5 record. So the 2 through 5 spots in here were kind of up in the air. Pine River Bacchus, OTC, Menahga, Breckenridge, we're all kind of jockeying for those for that 2 seed. So Breckenridge, of all those teams, ended up getting the shortest end of the stick here with the 5th seed once again. And we talked about that in the pregame interview with head coach Chad Fredrickson. We'll have that for you after this quick break. You're listening to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show on B92.7 FM. You're also watching it on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
Want to look your best but not like the rest? Anthony's Hair Place in Wahpeton would like to introduce their family to your family. Anthony's specializes in all cuts, and they have all the trendy new looks and styling products that teens love, including Kenra, American Crew, It's a 10, Moroccan Oil, and Biolage. Plus, they make sure you and Dad leave the salon looking and feeling great. Anthony's Hair Place is your family's one-stop professional beauty salon. Call Tony, Dale, Stacy, or Joe today at 642-2545. Anthony's Hair Place on Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton. Go Cowboys!
Bertram Therapeutic is owned and operated by Sophie Bertram, who is a licensed massage therapist in the state of North Dakota. She's also a certified yoga instructor. She is focused on quality service in every facet of her work and will also serve you as a health coach. She'll keep you on track to where you want your health and wellness to be. Send Sophie an email to set up an appointment or to buy a gift card at sophie.bertram@outlook.com or give her a call at 701-403-9607.
Join a winning team at Cargill Wahpeton. Starting pay of $24.90 per hour plus $300 a month commuting bonus. Cargill of Wahpeton now hiring for operations technicians, comprehensive benefits package, and immediate PTO accrual. You can apply online at www.cargill.com/careers. If you'd like to advertise a job opening on the KBMW Radio Employment Connection, reserve a spot by contacting us at 701-642-8747 or email studio@kbmwnews.com.
Doman Chiropractic, right here on Dakota Avenue, are there for their patients when they're needed. Rob Doman and Jessica Bakken are taking chiropractic care to a whole new level and always try their best to see patients the day they are in pain or suffer an injury. Plus, they accept most insurances. Doman Chiropractic is accepting new patients. Call them at 701-672-8100. The best chiropractic care is right out your front door. Doman Chiropractic on Dakota Avenue, Wahpeton.
Interstate Engineering in Wahpeton is your locally owned civil engineering design firm. Interstate Engineering handles legal surveying, land surveying, construction surveying, along with GPS surveying. They use the GIS system. Interstate Engineering is where ideas become reality. Registered in North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota. Interstate Engineering located at 1999 4th Street North in Wahpeton. Give them a call, 642-5521.
Whether your favorite team wears purple, green, red, or any color, Gripper Sports wants to help you show off your school pride. Grippers also has the styles and inventory to fit any need. Gripper Sports Store located on Dakota Avenue in the heart of downtown Wahpeton, helping you show your school pride for over 20 years.
Have you ever been driving and see a small pebble hit your windshield, resulting in a crack or chip? Well, it happens to even the best drivers. Jaworski Glass and Repair on Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton is your local glass repair expert. They repair glass chips on all types of vehicles, as well as windshield replacements and custom glass cutting. Jaworski Glass and Repair guarantees quality work in a prompt manner. Give Jaworski Glass and Repair a call today, 642-4527.
Welcome back to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. And joining me for the playoff edition of our pregame interview, we got head coach Chad Fredrickson. How's it going today, Coach?
It's going well, Turn. How's it going for you?
Hey, I'm great. It's the best time of the year. You know that. It's playoff time.
It is. It is playoff time.
And I know you guys were, I'm going to say, I don't think I was the only one that was a little surprised by how the QRF shook out. Dropped probably a little bit lower than you guys expected. Now you're hitting the road, but you know, you got to roll with it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We can control what we can control, and that's trying to play our best football tonight and advance.
Yeah, you got to be maybe you could even use it as a positive, a little bit of added motivation for your guys just missing that home playoff game.
Yeah, a little bit, you know, and we actually played pretty well on the road, so maybe it's something that's come into play that's best for us. I hope so, anyway.
Yeah, you guys could be road warriors.
Absolutely. We'll hope that, that we'll take that.
All right. And what can you tell me about Menahga coming into this game from what you guys have seen on the tape? I guess you guys, it was kind of hard to see who you guys were going to match up with, so it's kind of hard to look ahead, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're trying to calculate the QRF is impossible, so we've learned through the years that you can't, do too much in advance because it's always there's going to be twists and turns. So Menahga, is a good power football team. They got some really good athletes. Obviously have had a really good year. within their wins. They beat the number 1 seed in New York Mills a few weeks ago. So, very, very good football team. Got some good kids up front. Got some really skilled backs, a couple of really decent receivers. So their blend of athleticism is going to be a tough matchup for us.
Yeah, and I was going to even ask about that because when you look at the schedule, you see they pulled off the upset against New York Mills. I know you never want to overlook an opponent, especially coming into the playoffs, but you think that helped the guys a little bit, like saying, oh, boy, they beat New York Mills. These guys don't mess around.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it obviously keeps you pretty grounded in understanding that, we're the 5th seed and there's no expectations that you just automatically move on. And this is a very, very good football team that, they're senior dominated with a lot of their skilled kids. So it's going to be a tough task for us, and we're going to have to play our best football tonight.
Okay, and have you guys played Menahga in the past years? I'm kind of drawing a blank here to see if you guys have played them before.
I don't think we have. As far as Menahga goes, there might be something in the past. They formerly called United North Central that they used to be joined with Sabika. And I haven't taken the time to look back into the history of that. But, Sabika and Menahga weren't always joined as UNC either. So I can't say that we've ever faced against Menahga. They've been a smaller school, and unfortunately we've dropped a lot to make this matchup happen. So I would say that the chances of us meeting for the first time is highly likely tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was a little nervous you're going to be like, Turner, we played them last year, but
no.
I was like, I swear, I can't really think of if you guys have played them. What do you think will be the key to getting you guys off to a hot start tonight?
Well, you know what, it's just more or less, however it happens defensively, offensively, that first possession is going to be big, and just kind of getting things rolling and getting some momentum early is going to be very important to us, whether that's on the defensive side, getting that first stop, getting our legs underneath us and understanding what they're doing and getting comfortable in that is going to be huge. Ultimately taking care of the football and wrapping up. We've had some real struggles with tackling. So, a lot of those really, I don't know if you'd call them little things, but important things that we need to do tonight to make sure that we shore things up and give ourselves the best crack at potentially winning.
All right, and for maybe to kind of keep everybody in the loop, maybe people who didn't kind of listen to the coaches show earlier this week, but kind of, I know you guys were without Cam Needle last week, looking like you guys aren't getting back this week either, but, if you guys can win, is there still some hope for down the road?
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's the protocols and things that we have to follow, and ultimately the most important thing is that Cam is healthy and that there's nothing that's going to create problems for him in the future. So we're really up in the air on that. We'll see. Obviously, we got to advance and take this one game at a time. So we'll see.
Yeah, it seems like you guys have kind of been filling the void with by committee. It's definitely hard to replace a guy like that, but what do you think of the guys who've stepped up in their increased roles on offense?
Well, Paul has just done a tremendous job, gets better each week. Alex Sanchez is one of those kind of game breaker kind of guys that has picked up the slack. Obviously, our grinder, our big fullback in Gavin Peterson's done, continuously has done a great job this year. We're starting to get a little bit more of David Erlinson, a freshman for us that is run the ball really well. So, the committee has done a great job. Our guys up front continue to play well. So, hopefully we get a great performance from all those guys and they find a way for us to notch a win tonight.
All right, and they also like that, Coach?
No, thanks, Turner. Just going to be a great matchup, 6 o'clock start, So, it's a little early, so everybody's tuning in.
We'll be right back on the Wilkins Drink and Eatery pregame show after a quick message from our sponsors. Kraus Brothers Construction is a diversified construction aggregate materials, heavy equipment, and trucking company, serving the Red River Valley with locations in Wahpeton, Hankinson, Veblen, South Dakota, and Rolog, Minnesota. Give them a call today at 701-642-4488. Kraus Brothers Construction prides themselves in offering and producing outstanding service and superior products to their customers. Give Kraus Brothers Construction a call today at 701-642-4488. Welcome to the Radio Employment Connection, where we work to find people to work for you. Menahga Farmers Cooperative is currently hiring for full-time employees and harvest, offering a $2,000 sign-on bonus and providing free transportation for employees from Fergus. Apply at mdf.coop/careers. If you'd like to advertise a job opening on the KBMW Radio Employment Connection, reserve a spot by contacting us at 701-642-8747 or email studio@kbmwnews.com. Nutrien Ag Solutions in Wapaton is here to provide local expertise to ag producers and help them take advantage of all the opportunities agriculture has to offer. Whether it's supplying the best performing seed for your unique growing conditions, improving the health of crops to make yields stronger, or providing the right protection to battle disease, weeds, and pests, Nutrien Ag Solutions is there to help. Give them a call at 701-642-5965. Nutrien Ag Solutions, your ag retailer of the future.
Life moves fast. Is your internet keeping up? Switch to Red River Communications fiber-fast broadband internet and make buffering and glitching a thing of the past. For over 70 years, Red River Communications has provided the Red River Valley industry-leading technology, all backed by a team of local experts. To upgrade your internet, visit redrivercom.com or give us a call at 701-553-8309. Red River Communications. Go faster with fiber.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what Quality Recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
Welcome to the Radio Employment Connection, where we find people to work for you. Red River Human Services has multiple DSP openings and shifts available, $17 an hour or more, depending on experience. Apply online at www.rrhsf.org. Red River Human Services has multiple DSP openings and shifts available. Apply online at www.rrhsf.org. If you'd like to advertise a job opening on the KBMW Radio Employment Connection, reserve a spot by contacting us at 701-642-8747 or email studio@kbmwnews.com.
And welcome back on the Wilkins Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. Turner Bluff here. If you guys were watching on the video stream, hopefully you could catch it. That Breckenridge won the toss, elected to receive, so they'll start off with the ball. They've been doing that in recent weeks, really riding that offense, who's had a few great showings here at the back half of the season. And offense have definitely been where they've kind of thrived this year. Defense has obviously seen some struggles, and they're going to look to shore that up heading into the postseason. But they match up pretty well with the style of play, it sounds like, from Menahga when talking to head coach Chad Frederickson prior to the game. But it's time for your injury report, brought to you by Sanford Health. Here for all, here for good. And we'll get the kind of the obvious ones out of the way right away. Cam Nito, we talked about that in the interview with Coach Frederickson. He'll be out of the game, as is Dylan Bernades, who suffered that season-ending injury in the season opener. Very tough break for him and a tough break for the Cowboys. And also out of this game was, or I had to double check, I don't want to get them mixed up with the Martinez brothers. I know I just want to make sure I get the right one. I'm going to come back on that one. I have it in my notes, but I'm like, I know I'm going to say the wrong one if I go with it, so I'm just going to hold off on it for a little bit in your injury report. But no other recent additions to the injury report, brought to you by Sanford Health. Here for all, here for good. This is as far as Coach Frederickson let me know. Tell them for your starting lineups. We'll start off with, or we'll just go with Breckenridge's offense and defense to start off here. Start off with the offensive line. Eli Butts, the only non-senior on this O-line. He's a sophomore wearing number 56. 6 foot 250 is what he's listed at. Corey Dolman next to him at a left guard. 6 foot 190-pound senior wearing number 53. Joey Konzimis in the middle of that line at center. Wears number 64, 6'2", 185 pounds. Zane Mickelson, the right guard. 6'1", 180 is what he's listed at. Dallin Ernst, 6'6", 245, a unit over at right tackle, wearing number 66. Like I said, 4 of those 5 are seniors. Landon Blafus, basically a bonus lineman, playing tight end, wearing number 40, 6'2", 225. Dawson Weinbar, playing in the split again this week, 5'9", 155-pound junior, wearing number 12. Alex Sanchez in the slot. And as you guys know, slot plays running back for Breckenridge as well. Wears number 13, the senior is 6'3", 185 pounds, Gavin Peterson. The loaded fullback, 6'1", 220-pound senior, wears number 15. Paul Armitage sliding in for Cam Nito again this week at tailback. The sophomore wears number 33, 6', 180-pound sophomore, that is. And then Bailey Evans at QB, busted a big TD run last week, had 2 rushing touchdowns last week. Evans is a 5'10", 185-pound junior. On the defensive side of the ball for the Cowboys, Jackson Riggs is the free safety for this group. He is a freshman, 6'1", 175 pounds. Bailey Evans and Austin Drula will get the starts at corner. They've been using Evans more as a strong safety, so they're going to move him over this week. Austin Drula wears number 22. He's a 5'11", 165-pound senior. The linebacking core, there's 4 of them. Alex Shocker, Gavin Peterson, David Erlinson, and Alex Martell. Martell, Peterson, and Shockert, all seniors. Shockert listed at 5'9", 165 pounds, wears number 2. Alex Martell, wearing number 6, 5'8", 160-pound senior. And then Gavin Peterson, already mentioned him in the offensive lineup. David Erlinson, though, second freshman starting on this defense at linebacker. He filled in for Shockert, so this is not his first start on the defensive side of the ball. Wears number 21, like his brother, 5'9", 170 pounds, what he's listed at. Alex Sanchez at a D end, as is Dallin Ernst. Alan Martinez and Landon Blafus in the middle. We're number 40 and 58, respectively. And then I got to go through the skill position, obviously, which is coming up huge for the Cowboys this year. Goose Berglitz Erlson, 6', 160-pound senior, the foreign exchange student from Sweden. Bailey Evans will handle the punting duties again this week, as they're on their 3rd punter, Cam Nito, and as well as Jackson Riggs. Riggs can't punt. He's had a cast on his hand, so he's not too sturdy back there to be catching balls. So he is not going to be punting. It's going to be Bailey Evans. Dallin Ernst snapping. Dawson Weinbar, the holder. David Erlinson, Alex Sanchez, and Dawson Weinbar, the returners. And now that I see Alan Martinez is starting here at the defensive tackle, I can tell you Brian Martinez is the one out tonight on the injury report as we wrap up the starting lineups brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. So it looks like we're about 7 minutes away from the opening kick here from Menahga. If you know someone who thought the game was going to be at 7 o'clock, spread the word. This is a 6 o'clock start time. You know, I don't mind the early start, so I'll take it. It's not the most beautiful night in the world, but at the same time, I don't need to wear a jacket here in the press box, so I'm not going to complain about the temperatures or anything like that. As the Cowboys running through their warm-up offense, as is Menahga. And like I said, not a lot of familiarity between these two squads. They kind of just have to compare opponents so far, and not a whole lot to compare. You almost have to go like 2 games apart. Like, oh yeah, this team played this team, we played this team, which also played that team, so it's kind of messy. It happens sometimes in a section where these teams are kind of scattered apart a little bit, but Cowboys trying to get all this looking sharp as they wrap up their warm-ups. They still got a minute 30 on the clock. We'll see how long that takes, along with the anthem and starting lineups. We'll take our final break here on the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, which is once again a tradition of good taste and company. Turner Blobs here once again. We got a 6 o'clock start for this ball game. If you're just listening on the B92.7, just let you know we're live streaming on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel as well. You're listening to Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show on B92.7.
Chevy Fall Tire Event Plus going on now at Smith Motors in Wapaton. Rebates up to $100 on a set of 4 tires from brands like Bridgestone, Goodyear, Michelin, and more. Use your GM Rewards card and double your rebate up to $200. Rake in even more savings with the $40 to $80 rebates on shocks and struts or brake pads and rotors. Their highly trained certified technicians are the ones to trust to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Your fall connection for expert service is Smith Motors. Visit smithmotors.com.
A good coach knows how to set goals, analyze risk, and win. American Federal takes a similar approach with your money. We bring together the bankers who make banking easy for you. Whether you're financing a business, needing insurance, planning for retirement, or buying a home, American Federal advisors can take care of it all for you. Together with American Federal, always a winning team. Member FDIC.
Whether your favorite team wears purple, green, red, or any color, Gripper Sports wants to help you show off your school pride. Grippers also has the styles and inventory to fit any need. Gripper Sports Store located on Dakota Avenue in the heart of downtown Wahpeton, helping you show your school pride for over 20 years.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
There are several things that make me proud to be part of Breckenridge Senior High School. My students are very hardworking and respectful. Those two qualities make my school day enjoyable. They have been working hard on active classroom lessons this year. Students enjoy working together and are finding that they can learn from each other. I'm also proud to be teaching college math classes to our juniors and seniors. These classes have challenged our students to become more academically responsible for their learning. Breckenridge is a great school, and I'm proud to be part of it.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windmere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We are your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating. So many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. We loved the bright, beautiful apartments, and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
And that'll wrap up the Wilkins Drink and Eatery pregame show. We're getting ready for the opening kick. Both these squads 5-3 on the year, 4 and 5 seeds. On paper, this should be the most competitive game of the first round. We shall see. Cowboys, as we said earlier, won the opening toss, elected to receive. Ride that offense. Who's carried them this football season. As Menahga rocking the black jerseys. They look a lot like Underwood's uniforms, I'll say. The black and the orange numbering. And they still got the music bumping. I'm loving it. Sets a good atmosphere here. My first time in Menahga. Like I said, a lot of people's first time in Menahga. For a football game, at least. Kicking off for Menahga is going to be Marcus Peterson, senior lineman. Showing off the versatility on the kickoff team as well. Back to return for the Cowboys. It's going to be Paul Armitage as well as Alex Sanchez. Marcus Peterson. See if we're going to see a deep kick or if they're going to try to maybe squib it and open it up. We shall see. Meeting with his squad, they still got the music bumping. I don't know if they're going to do this all the way up to the kickoff. I wouldn't complain. As we are getting ready to boot this away, and it is a little onside kick attempt to Alex Martell, who scoops it up no problem. So Breckenridge will get outstanding field position to start this off. Taking over on their own 45. Right in the middle of the field. They tried to kick it right at the middle man. No problem for Marty. That's why you got your seniors up there right up front. Set the tone for this game. These Cowboys come out for their first round of offense on the day. Bailey Evans going to be operating out of their wing set. One man split out wide left. Going to go with a handoff to Gavin Peterson on the left side. And Peterson with a nice gain to start this game off. Probably gain of 6 on the play. He has just had an outstanding senior year, been a workhorse. Started off the year, he was kind of splitting the workhorse duties with Cam Nito, but it's kind of evolved into him being the sole horse. Cowboys coming up to the line once again, the wing set. You got Jacob Kunkel in there, rotating in plays along with Dawson Weinbar. They go off tackle to Paul Armitage. And Armitage is going to get close to the first down marker. Call it a gain of 4. Set to be a 3rd and 1. Cowboys on the Menahga 46. As they got to start off on their own 45 with the onside kick. Another wing set. Motion Paul Armitage into the backfield. Gavin Peterson on the left side. He gets blown up. Pair of Menahga players there. One of them is number 53, Cooper Hasbargen. There's a familiar name for Breckenridge fans. We've got a Hasbargen on this roster after all. Sets up a 4th and 3. So that play got blown up. Might have been a missed block there. Either that or Menahga was just so ready for it. We're going to go with Peterson again on the right side. Gets a great push from the O-line and gets that first down with ease. That has just been what Breckenridge has been all about all year. Off tackle, punch you in the mouth, running style football. Gain of 8 for Peterson to move the sticks on that 4th down. So the first down of the game. Cowboys on the Menahga 39. They motion Paul Armitage in the backfield. They're going to do a toss out to the right to him. Looking for some room to run, and he's got it. And he ends up fumbling it. We're going to see if they say he's down or not. And Menahga's saying they got it. We shall see. Got to get the signal, and they're going to say yes. Menahga forces the turnover. And what would have been a nice game for Paul Armitage. He has had a lot of success on that toss play the last couple weeks. That's kind of been his signature go-to play. But a tough break there for Breckenridge. So we'll see Menahga for the first time in this ballgame on offense. We're going to come out with a full house pistol set. We got a running back lined up behind the quarterback and one running back to each side. And Breckenridge might have run off sides or Menahga might have jumped. We shall see. Talking it over. My dad's saying, who'd you see go first? They're going to say Breckenridge went first. And they're going to say false start. So this penalty break brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Not the way Menahga wanted to start off their first offensive series. My assumption was that it was on Breckenridge because it looked like they were kind of talking to the Menahga players about it. They'll be led by quarterback Brock Burtonen. They're going to go with this full house pistol look again. One receiver out to each side. Burtonen waiting on the snap, and they're actually just going to move out to different positions. Burtonen dropping back to pass. Throws it out to the right side and ends up getting dropped. Nice coverage there by Austin Drulo. Drulo, the senior corner, who's been the starting corner at multiple times this year. Kind of won his spot back later on in the season. He's been pretty solid out there. Seen a lot of shifts on this defense throughout the year. Sticking with their standard set, we'll see if they motion him out of the backfield. Burtonen. A little bit of a high snap, fakes the handoff, throws it out to the right, and it is caught. Drulo over there once again. Makes a nice tackle, but only about a gain of 5. That was hauled in by number 4, Lars Peterson. Call that a gain of 7 on the play. Menahga huddling up, facing a 3rd and 9. They're on their own 30. The Braves sticking with the 3 running back and the quarterback look. Fake the handoff, bootleg out to the left side. Burtonen looking for an open teammate. Under pressure, Gavin Peterson trying to take him down. And after he doesn't make the tackle, he gets knocked out of bounds. It looks like that was Alan Martinez over there who laid the hit to knock him out of bounds. And that'll bring up the punt team after that 3-yard gain by Burtonen. It's Menahga. This will be the first punt of the game, unless it's a fake. Back to punt. Gotta double check that number. Let's get snapped in the backfield. And booted up. Dawson Weinbar is going to have to haul it in. And he ends up dropping it. We'll see if he's able to track it down. And he is. He's able to get on top of it. Lars Peterson there to apply the pressure from his bullet spot on the punt team. So Breckenridge almost had their 2nd turnover already. And we just started this ball game. 8:44 remaining in this opening quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowboys take over on their own 33. Their 2nd offensive drive, last drive, ended a little earlier than they anticipated when Paul Armitage ended up fumbling it. Armitage, motion in the backfield. They're going to go with him again on off tackle on the left side. And a heck of a play made there by Menahga lineman Sean Hendrickson. 2nd tackle for loss. Breckenridge doesn't give up many tackles for loss because they usually get such a good push from their line. They usually at least get back to the line. So that's a testament to how impressive of a play that was to get in the backfield. That's their 2nd tackle for loss in just the 2 drives. Cowboys come up the lane, or to the line, in basketball season already apparently. They fake the handoff. Bailey Evans rolls out to the right and throws a nice strike to Alex Sanchez. Takes a hit by the sideline. He's going to get close to the 1st down marker, though. They might actually give it to him. Yep. First pass completion of the game. Didn't complete a single pass last week. So passing game already off to a better start than last week. Gain of 13 on the play. From Bailey Evans to Alex Sanchez, who's been kind of the go-to pass catcher on this squad. They run a lot of bootlegs for him. As the fumbled snap is going to be recovered by Menahga. We're going to say his name again, Sean Hendrickson. Getting back there to wrap it up. So 2 fumbles lost. That one a fumbled snap. So another turnover for the Cowboys. Both of their drives have ended with one now. Going to have to get the spark from the defense, who forced a punt last time they came up. A 3-and-out. Granted, Menahga hampered themselves with a penalty to start off the drive. Burton takes the snap, hands it off. First design run play of the game. And that handoff went to number 19, Toby Isola. Looks like he just got back to the line. $7:40 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard after the Breckenridge fumble. Menahga has the ball on the Cowboys 42 toward the left hash. And they got a pair of receivers out to the right, one to the left. Two running backs along with Burton in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, option to the right. It looks like he's just going to tuck it himself. David Erlinson with a nice tackle to help out over there at the linebacker position. Couple yards for Burton. Actually, you're going to give him 5 on that. Must have got a better second effort than I thought he did. Sets up a 3rd and 5 from the Breckenridge 37 over at the right hash. 6:50 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 0-0 is your score. Breckenridge has fumbled it away on both of their first 2 possessions. Menahga. Pair of receivers out to the left, one to the right. One running back to each side of Burton. A little bit of a high snap. They're going to go option left. Shocker trying to apply pressure. And then now there's a fumble here. And Landon Bloffus tried to scoop it up by the sideline. He was thinking school song. Ends up going out of bounds. That's the perfect way to play the option. You got to take away all of the options. And I might actually back them up in a punting distance. All the way back to the 45. And they are going to punt it. Burton fumbled it, so I'm going to give him the fumble, or for the loss of yardage. Not 100% sure if that's how it works since one of his teammates touched it, but either way. 9-yard loss on the play brings up this punt. Second time we've seen Menahga punt. A little bit of a high snap. Gets it off cleanly, though. And they're going to say, Peter, get away from that one. And it gets a generous Menahga bounce inside the 20. Actually, inside the 10. So Cowboys going to try to get rid of the fumbling issues. Their first fumble was Paul Armitage. Just kind of took a big pop and lost the ball going down to the ground. The second one, Bailey Evans fumbled it when he got the snap and couldn't dive on it in time. They're going to go out of the wishbone. First time we've seen this set today. One receiver out to the left. They fake the first handoff, and then they go off tackle with Alex Sanchez, who spins out of one tackle. And now he's taking those huge strides to bring another defender with him. Big gain on the play. They started this drive on their own 7. Got close to 20 on that one. First carry of the game for Alex Sanchez. He also had a pass catch. So gain of 17 on the play. And like I said, just took those massive strides. We're going to go Gavin Peterson on the right side. They do such a good job of selling that action in the backfield and then do the quick handoff to him. Gain of 5 on the play. Maybe even 6 for Gavin Peterson. One of the 4 captains selected for this game, as Breckenridge has a tradition of naming the 4 captains right before the postseason starts because they rotate throughout the year. It's Gavin Peterson, Alex Sanchez, Landon Bloffus, and Dallin Ernst. They motion Armitage in the backfield. Handoff on the right side. He's got a lot of room to run. And he's going to get the first down. It looked like he was trying to, make the right play and follow your blocker and get the first down, which he did. But it looked like if he would have bounced that outside a little more. I don't know. I could be crazy, too. 6-yard gain, 7-yard gain for Paul Armitage. Sets up a 1st and 10 from the Breckenridge 36. Scoreless game here so far. 5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wing set. Evans snaps it, hands it off to Gavin Peterson. They're not being shy about it. They're getting him the ball as many times as they can. Get him a gain of about 4 on the play. For the senior workhorse. As Menahga has forced 2 turnovers so far here, so their defense off to a hot start. Offense been forced to punt a couple times, so a defensive stalemate so far here in the opening quarter. They fake the handoff. Bailey Evans, converted over receiver. He's just going to tuck it himself. Cuts it in, takes a big hit. And laying that big boom is number 53, Cooper Hasbargen again. Still ended up getting a yard or 2 out, or 2 yards out of it. Bailey Evans did. Trying to make up for the fumble, or the fumbled snap that him and Joey Konzemius kind of had a mishap on. Menahga waiting for the offense to come up. Breckenridge on their own 43, 3rd and 3. 3:36 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. That's when Gavin Peterson gets called to run, and that's why. Big gain for a first down. Call it a gain of, I want to call it about 10. Yeah, they're going to go gain of 12 on the play for Gavin Peterson. His longest run of the night so far. Already up to 6 carries. They're not worried about him getting banged up. He had 30 carries in one game this year. I think that's the first time I've covered a Breck team that had a guy with 30 carries. Maybe Cam got close to a couple of times last year. As Bailey Evans leads the squad up to the line, out of their wing set, Paul Armitage motion in the backfield. They fake the first handoff, do a little counter on the left side to Alex Martell. But Menahga's been watching their film. They're ready for that one. Martell loses a yard on the play. Marty, after basically not playing any offense for most of his varsity career, just kind of got slid in because they needed some guys to tote the rock every now and then here the last few weeks. Did bust off a big TD run and a blowout win earlier this year. So he kind of showed what he can do, but they're pretty strapped when it comes to the injuries that have kind of forced them to getting him on the field. But he's trying to make the most of his playing time. They're going to go a toss right to Armitage. Second time they've run this. Last time was a fumble. Going to try to fare a little better this time. Takes a big shot by the sideline, but a nice gain no less. And guess who it is? It's Hasbargen again. We're going to call that a gain of 5 on the play for Armitage. His 5th carry of the game. Usually do a good job of splitting up those carries pretty well. But what they do is they kind of wear you down with Peterson and whoever the tailback is that week. And then once you forget about Alex Sanchez, all of a sudden he busts off a big run. 3rd and 6 from the Menahga 40. We're going to go with a handoff to Paul Armitage on the left side. Plunges forward, but going to be short of the first down. Not by much, though. Gain of 4 on the play for Armitage. They're going to go right up to the line. Evans trying to draw him off sides, it looks like. Still hasn't snapped it. And now it looks like they're going to take a timeout. They're just trying to catch him off sides. Cowboys take a timeout. This timeout break brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM. Scoreless game here in Menahga.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Sometimes illnesses or injuries may leave you needing extra help to restore your strength, balance, and range of motion. CHI St. Francis Health are open and ready to provide you the tools for success, including individualized exercise plans and state-of-the-art therapy facility. You'll be confident in the care and treatment you'll receive at CHI St. Francis Health, and they are located right here in your backyard. CHI St. Francis Health. We're here when you need a little reassurance.
We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
And welcome back to Menahga as Bailey Evans just plunged forward on a QB sneak to move the sticks. Ended up getting 8 yards out of it. You don't see that very often on QB sneaks, but Gavin Peterson doing a lot of the legwork on that play. Pushing him as far forward as he could. I almost wrote it in his column for the yards. But got to get Bailey Evans some yards in the books. Wishbone. That's where Alex Sanchez usually gets some action. And he'll get the handoff here. And once again, Menahga ready for him. Got a pair of defenders waiting there to stack him up. Hasbarg in one of them, as is Thomas Patella. So 2nd and 8 after that 2-yard rush by Sanchez. Second carry of the game, he's got 19 yards. 55 seconds remaining in this opening quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 0-0 your score. Evans hands it off to Peterson. Peterson wrapped up the legs, then a couple other guys hit him high. But somehow always manages to fall forward. Sets up a 3rd and call it 4. After that 4-yard rush from Peterson, so he cut the yards to gain in half at least. As Dawson Weinbar runs in the play. Paul Armitage comes out of the game. They bring in David Erlinson. I want to say this is the first offensive action we've seen from him this week. We're going to bring him out to the wing. Motion him into the backfield. They're going to hand it off on the left side. And he gets wrapped up in a hurry. We'll see if he got back to the line. And that'll do it for the first quarter. So Breckenridge will come back with a 4th and 4 from the Menahga 26. Take a quick break. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Click the banner to learn more. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, like nowhere else.
And welcome back to Menahga. 4th and 4 for the Cowboys. They motion Alex Sanchez in the backfield. A little bit of a high pitch. He cuts it up. He's going to have room to get the first. Stumbles forward. Looks like he's got it. They started that at the Menahga 26, first play of the second quarter here in this scoreless ball game. Sanchez looks like he needed 4 yards. Got 6. First trip to the Type Machinery red zone for the Cowboys tonight. And Sanchez, even though he's one of their better players, and everybody's aware of that, he can still a little bit be a bit of a secret weapon, just because of they use him at very kind of select times. And when they do, they're like, all right, we're expecting a big play out of you. They forgot about you a little bit. Go bust one. Armitage in the backfield, and he gets hit at the legs right away. And making that tackle, number 19 for Menahga, Toby Azola. Isola. And that one just got back to the line. Barely. Armitage, just a carry or two behind Gavin Peterson so far. Excuse me. Filling in for that. Filling in for the outstanding Cam Nito. Of course, is out of this game with a concussion. It's Paul Armitage, motion in the backfield. They go with toss right. Gets a nice block from Gavin Peterson and cuts it up. And gets knocked out of bounds. He thought he was taking that one in for 6, but just a little too close to the sideline. Had to avoid a defender and stepped out of bounds. See where they down him at. It's enough for the first down. Just waiting on where they mark it. Looks like down at the 5. So we're going to call that a gain of 15. Biggest run of the night for Paul Armitage. Both in distance and in importance to the game for the Cowboys. Gavin Peterson gets the next tote. They need 5 yards, and Menahga stacks them up pretty well. Takes a full defensive unit to slow down Gavin Peterson, that's for sure. Menahga was up to the task on that one. 2nd and goal from the 5 here in the Titan Machinery Red Zone, your local Case IH dealer in Wahpeton. Gave Peterson a yard on that one. 2nd and goal from the 4, 10-15 remaining in the second quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Evans motions Sanchez in the backfield, hands it off to him on the left side. Gavin Peterson trying to lead the way. Tries to do a little hurdle on a tackler. It looks like he's back to the 5. Might have even lost a yard on the play. Sets up the 3rd and 5. Yeah, they're going to say he lost a yard on that one. So Breckenridge has got 2 plays, punches one in, unless they just want to turn it over to their kicker. Not a luxury they have most years. Can bring in someone who's booted away and take those easy 3 points. Armitage motion in the backfield. They're going to go with a toss right. Looking to get the corner. Cuts it up and taken down again. I would not be surprised if we see the field goal team come out here after that toss to the right failed. Going to say he got a yard out of the play. It's 4th and 4. And they're not going to bring out the field goal team. I'm going to say we might not get a lot of these red zone opportunities. So we'll see what they have dialed up for this play. Maybe they're going to try their first pass in this series of downs. Evans motions Armitage in the backfield. And they're going to go with a pop pass into the end zone for a touchdown. Landon Bloffus hauls it in. He's played a tight end for about 1 month of his life. Making the most of the opportunities. 4-yard touchdown grab. And I believe it's his 3rd touchdown of the year. They're bringing out Goose. Boot this one through. Goose has been on quite the hot streak here, trying to make this a 7-0 game. And boots it up and through, no problem. You guys know the drill by now. Goose is about as sure a thing as Breckenridge has ever had out of a kicker. We'll take a quick break. Breckenridge strikes first on a 4-yard hookup between Bailey Evans and Landon Bloffus. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
For farm and construction equipment, you need batteries built to handle tough off-road conditions. Case IH Magna Power batteries are designed to take a pounding, and Titan Machinery has them for you. 4 to 6 pounds heavier than the competition. These are specifically designed to handle the vibration and jolts that can literally knock the life out of other batteries. See Titan Machinery today for more details. Case IH Magna Power batteries. It's what's inside that counts.
And welcome back to Menahga. Cowboys get on the board. I'm sure they had thought about taking those free points with Goose, but they said, you know what, 7 sounds a little better than 3. That guy in the press box doesn't know what he's talking about. 8:53 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And what has the loudest sound system I've heard this year? Parker's Prairie, probably number 2 now. Goose boots it away, and they're going to kick it deep. And looks like that's another touchback on Goose's resume. He's got a few of them this year. So Menahga still looking to get on the board. What has been one of the better opening halves from the Cowboy defense so far this year. $7-0 Breckenridge in the lead. 8:53 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in this opening half. After that touchback, Menahga will start off on their own 20. So they're going to go with an empty set with Burton in the backfield. He's got 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. At the empty set, going to challenge his Breckenridge secondary. Takes a hit while he throws it away. Landon Blofus laid the pop on him. But it was pretty good coverage over there from the Cowboys. Austin Drula over there, as was Marty. Burton 1 for 3 so far for 7 yards. Lone pass completion going to Lars Peterson. Menahga comes up to the line. 8:48 remaining. This opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. They're going to go back to the full house pistol set. A little bit of a high snap. They go with a misdirection. Handoff on the left side, and that is blown up. The shocker backer is back there, playing with the club on his hand. The heart of this defense with the big TFL. Loss of 5 on the play. Breckenridge's defense going to try to capitalize on this 3rd and long opportunity, but they've got bit on a few of these this year. Playing just a little too lax on the coverage, I guess. Burton waiting on the snap. He's got a man to his right. 2 receivers out to each side. Looking for a man deep. And it looks like he's got him. Alex Martell going to make the touchdown saving tackle, but like I said, they got Burton on these before. And that was Burton's favorite target so far. Lars Peterson hauling that one in. 45-yard gain. So they'll start off this first down at the Breckenridge 40. Heck of a hookup. And he knew he had his man on that one. Had about 5 feet between the closest defender, and Marty luckily made up the ground after the catch to, luckily for Breckenridge, to save the touchdown. Burton fakes the handoff and gets taken out at the legs. It's the shocker backer again. Alex Shockert. 2 big TFLs for him. As Menahga will talk it over on this 2nd and 14. Maybe thinking about trying that secondary again. They're going to come out. 2 receivers out to each side. 1 running back in the backfield with Burton. Lone back is Isola. Burton, the left-handed quarterback, looking to hit Isola on the wheel route, but overthrew him. David Erlinson over there on the coverage. I want to say Erlinson just got his name yelled because he was doing a good job over there on the coverage, because that's what I thought he was doing, but maybe he wasn't supposed to be over there. I'm not sure. I heard someone yell out his name. I wasn't sure if it was a good or a bad thing, but I thought he did a good job on that one, covering his flats. So you got to do at the linebacker position. Two receivers out to each side. 1 running back in the backfield next to Burton. Burton takes the snap, looks left, looks like they're setting up a screen on the left side, and throw ended up getting sailed. So incomplete pass. Some good coverage over there. A good defensive play by Blofus to apply the pressure. So 3rd time today, Menahga has been forced to punt. Cowboys defense kind of stealing the show here a little bit. Handling the punting duties once again will be Riley Sundstrom, who's number 56. Another kind of shallow punt. Ends up taking a wicked hop over toward the Breckenridge sideline and down near the 20-yard line. These Cowboys will take over with 6:21 remaining in this first half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. They're up 7-0. Coming off their first scoring drive. So they're going to try to ride that momentum as they start this drive on their own 20 over on the right hash.
Be sure to check out the concession stands. There's tacos and a bag. Brought to you by the boys basketball team.
So Breckenridge comes up to the line. There you go with a handoff to Gavin Peterson. Not a whole lot doing there. He's always one of the frustrating players to go against. Even when you kind of do everything right, he still manages to get 2 or 3 yards out of the deal. Played a few of them in my day. Didn't like any of them. 2-yard gain. 6 minutes remaining this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge taking their time. Motion Armitage in the backfield. And they're going to run a pass play out of this one. They're going to go deep. Kind of lost all the action in the shuffle there. Alex Sanchez was the intended receiver, though. About as far as we've seen Bailey Evans air it out so far this year. 20 yards down the field. Usually they kind of run little short bootlegs for him. Riding the hot hand, though. It's his first incompletion of the game. Granted, he's only thrown 2 passes besides that. The only other pass play they ran, I think, he ended up calling his own number and running for a couple yards. 5:42 remaining, excuse me. Breckenridge up 7-0 here in Menahga. 3rd and 7. 5:42 remaining once again here in the opening half. Your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Need a big play here. They're going to fake the handoff, set up a screen. Evans just going to end up taking the sack, or throwing it away while he was getting sacked. Might be intentional grounding. Let's see what they rule it as. Waiting on it. I think it was intentional grounding. They're just going to decline it. So that'll set up a 4th and very long. Got all the way back from the 22 to the, it's like the 5-yard line. Oh, wow. From the 4-yard line. So lost 18 yards on that play because of the intentional grounding. They're going to punt this one away. They're going to go with their tight formation to avoid a block. Boot it up. Naga's got 1 returner back. And it's going to end up sailing out of bounds. Once again, Breckenridge on their 3rd punter of the season. With Cam Nito out for tonight's game. Jackson Riggs suffering the injury that keeps him from being able to catch punts. Or the snaps that lead to punts, I should say. So he's got a banged up right hand. So Breckenridge defense is going to try to keep this shutout rolling here. With 5:34 remaining in this opening half, they're up 7-0. Here from Menahga High School. Full house pistol set again. 1 fullback to each side. A Burton and a running back lined up behind him. They're going to fake the handoff. Drops back. Looking deep on the left side. And it is hauled in. Bailey Evans was there on the coverage, but had a tough go of it. That was hauled in by Isaiah Usher. Menahga coming out and taking a shot to start off this drive. Gets them into the tight machinery red zone. So they got down just short of the 10-yard line. Looks like they're at about the 13. We'll call it a 27-yard hookup. First catch of the game for Isaiah Usher. He's a senior receiver. So the Braves get to the Cowboy 13, into the Type Machinery red zone. Just under 5 minutes left to play here in the opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Burden Motions a man over. Takes a snap. Looks left. Throws it close to the sticks. And it is hauled in. Looks like that's Usher again. Gets drilled out of bounds afterward. Not sure what they're doing now. Looks like there's a couple players maybe scrapping on the ground. One not wanting to get off the other one. Not sure who that was over there. Looks like a gain of 7 on the play. Spurgeon's found his groove. He's completed 3 out of his last 4 passes, and 2 of them being long balls. Second and 3. From the Cowboys 6. Their defense needs to come up with another big stop here. Full house pistol set. Handed off on the left side, and Breckenridge is ready for that handoff. Alex Shocker, one of the players there. No surprise there, as is Martinez. Looks like he lost a yard or 2 on that one. So that's going to be a 3rd and 5 from the Breckenridge 7. Cowboy defense forced quite a few punts today, comparatively to a lot of the games they've been in. Obviously would not be the situation here. 4 down territory. Menahga comes up to the line and might be getting a delay of game unless they were able to take a timeout. And it looks like they were, so we got a timeout taken by Menahga. Take a quick timeout with them. This timeout brought to you by High Camp Construction. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM. You're also watching it on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel. Your score, Breckenridge 7, Menahga 0.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Ever buy something and open the box to find 1,000 pieces ready to assemble? Time-consuming and frustrating. That's why Bear Build Woodworks and Builders First Source offer gorgeous, hassle-free finishes for their doors and millwork. No mess and not stress. With over 30 stain options and 40 paint colors, Bear Build Woodworks Pre-Finish is the perfect choice for quality that stands the test of time. Get it finished with Bear Built Woodworks and Builders First Source in Wahpeton.
7-0 your score here, Breckenridge in the lead. 3rd and 5 from the Breckenridge 7. Menahga looking to get on the board. Burden in. Motions his men into a new formation. Takes a snap. Looks left. Throws a strike down the middle. And incomplete. Was looking for Isaiah Usher on the play. So it's going to be 4th and 5. There's been if the Cowboy defense can come up here with a stop, this will be their biggest one of the game by a mile. 3:50 remaining in this opening half. 7-0. Cowboys in the lead. So you see why a stop here would be rather important. Only the 7-point lead. Brock Burden leads his squad up to the line. Likely going to see him sling it again here. Drops back to pass. Looks right. And despite taking some pressure, gets the ball off. And we got an incomplete pass for a turnover on downs. Biggest stop of the night so far for the Cowboys. Breckenridge will start this drive. Backed up near their own goal line. They're up to the 7. Not so close to their own goal line, I should say. Some running backs might be standing in the end zone, but everybody else will be all right. 3:42 remaining. And Cowboys haven't gotten a whole lot of success in these situations as far as going with the pass game, but then you have the trade-off of running the ball and chewing up some clock. But I would think 3:42 is enough to get down the field, even if you're running the ball, if you keep it at a relatively good tempo. They got 93 yards to go. They got 3 minutes and 42 seconds to do it. We'll see what their first play is. They got drawn up for this drive. It's Bailey Evans. Comes up to take the snap. Motions Paul Armitage in the backfield. Does a pitch out to Armitage. Runs up the right side and knocked out of bounds. Menahga, I've liked what I've seen from their players defensively, though. Some of these guys can thump. 4 or 5 yard gain for Armitage. He's the one taking a lot of these big shots, as he's got just as many carries as Gavin Peterson now. Just saying something. I would not be up for his workload. Evans in the huddle. Brings his squad up to the right hash mark for this 2nd and 5 from their own 13. Motion to man in the backfield. And it looks like David Erlinson's got it. Erlinson with a nice little run. Enough to move the sticks. 7-yard gain for Erlinson. His first carry got stuffed at the line, so the freshman got to be happy with that run. Coach Fredrickson said we might be seeing more of him getting some of the carries in the backfield. They're going to go with him again. And still on his feet somehow, despite there being a pile near him. Erlinson add 3 yards to his total. 3 carries, 10 yards for the freshman in his first playoff game as a varsity Cowboy player. Evans and the crew come up to the line. We're going to go with Gavin Peterson on this play. We'll see where they mark him down. Didn't get very much out of that. Call it a gain of 3. So it's a 3rd and 4. I'd be surprised if they went back to Peterson here on kind of a different style of play. Or maybe Alex Sanchez, get his number called. Gotta make sure he's on the field first. Gonna go out of the gun. They motion Erlinson out of the backfield. Now they're gonna run an option with Evans and Peterson. Evans gonna bust off a big run. Breaks 1 tackle. He's gonna try to leave the rest of the defense in the dust. He's got 1 man to beat. Bailey Evans tripped up inside the 10. Heck of a run there from the junior, who kind of just blew his big secret last week that the kid's got wheels. Nobody had really seen that before, and all of a sudden he busted off a 60-yard TD last week. Let's see where they mark him down. So he's down at the 5-yard line. So a 70-yard run from Bailey Evans, longest of the season, I would wager. Down to the 5-yard line, into the Titan Machinery red zone. Like I said, you can run the ball and still get there in plenty of time. You just might have to bust off a 70-yard run. They go with Gavin Peterson. They need 5 yards. It looks like he's going to get in for 6. Gavin Peterson.
Cowboys.
5-yard scoring plunge with 57 seconds remaining. And Breckenridge is going to be very happy to be able to get some points here right before the half. They bring out Goose for the 2nd time tonight. As far as PATs go, he's handled a couple a kickoff as well. Goose waiting on the snap. Dallin Ertz to Dawson Weinbar. And that one ended up getting blocked. That breaks the streak that he had going on, but damage is still done. 13-0 your score. Cowboys in the lead here in their playoff opener in Menahga. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM. You're also watching it on KBMW News Live.
The number of power tools not done by farm machinery has has increased dramatically over the past 10 years. Since there's not a huge change in who's farming the land, it's possible that auto steering has contributed to the increase. Don't be lulled into complacency before you realize what's happening. You can hit a power pole. Know the location of power lines in fields to make sure you have adequate clearance as you go about your work. We urge you to give safety the highest priority. This safety message is brought to you by Dakota Valley Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Welcome back to Menahga. We got a 13-0 score. I hope you guys love Mr. Brightside. 57 seconds remaining here in the opening half. Your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Doing everything I can to not start screaming the lyrics along. Goose getting ready to boot it away. And he kicks it deep once again. This time they'll be able to return it. They fake the handoff. Not the most convincing fake I've seen as they run on the right side, but he's still going to bust it off. One tackler to beat, and Goose makes the tackle, the touchdown-saving tackle possibly. And that's something they're not going to want to see. I'm sure they're all very excited to see Goose get his first tackle as a Cowboy, but limping off the field is the last thing they want from their star kicker. But Menahga sparking the squad with a big kick return out to the 50. Cowboy defense look to try to keep this shutout going. They lead 13-0. Empty set. They got 3 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. Burden takes a snap. They're going to go QB draw up the middle. It's like Dallin Ertz was ready for it, though. Actually, Alan Martinez. My apologies. Heard everyone yell Dallin, so I thought, but they were actually yelling Allen. I was going to say, oh, I thought that was Martinez getting in there. And we got a timeout taken by the Braves. Took a quick timeout with them. This timeout brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. Your score, Breckenridge 13, Menahga 0. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM. You're also watching on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
And welcome back to Menahga, as the Braves are already ready to rock, so assuming the Cowboys are ready to roll. Bit of a shorter timeout than we're used to, but that's all right. I'm going to be the last person on the planet to complain about a short timeout. I love getting the games rolling. 34 seconds remaining here in the opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowboys up 13-0. 2 receivers out to each side for the Braves. They're looking for a long ball, it looks like. They hit a man going on an out route. Not going to get the first down, so the clock's going to continue to run. He also didn't get out of bounds. So a 7-yard hookup to Lars Peterson. We got another timeout, but we'll hang here as the Braves are going to look to, still try to maybe capitalize on having the ball here with these 17 seconds left. They do get the ball back to start the second half, so keep that in mind. So they could, if they happen to bust one off here for a touchdown with 17 seconds left, the ball back, they could have the lead, in the next 2 possessions here. But the Breckenridge's defense has been...
Fit your schedule. Find your provider, Dr. Dylan Torgerson at sanfordhealth.org or by calling 642-7000.
Want to look your best but not like the rest? Anthony's Hair Place in Wapaton would like to introduce their family to your family. Anthony's specially
owned civil engineering design firm. Interstate Engineering handles legal surveying, land surveying, construction surveying, along with GPS surveying. They use the GIS system. Interstate Engineering is where ideas become reality. Registered in North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota. Interstate Engineering located at 1999 4th Street North in Wapaton. Give them a call, 642-5521.
Welcome to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turner Blobus here. Sorry, had to address a couple streaming issues here. I was promised we'd have an Ethernet connection, and then that kind of fell through, and then I started my Wi-Fi, and now the Wi-Fi cut out on me, so firing up hotspot number 2, and hopefully we're all good. I don't think the issues lasted very long, but either way, I got the info you need. The score, Breckenridge is up 13-0 here in Menahga. One of the first games in school history. I would maybe I'd be okay with betting that Coach Fredericks and I came to agreement on that. We don't know if these teams have ever played each other, but if anyone knows, feel free to text me if I'm wrong. If you got my number, Facebook message me, whatever you got to do. I'll let you know how they got to this 13-0 score late in the first quarter on a big 4th down. Bailey Evans found Landon Blofus on a 4-yard pop pass for the touchdown. Goose booted it through the extra point to make it a 7-0 game. And then Breckenridge put together a nice drive. A lot of the yards getting caught or coming from that 70-yard rush from Bailey Evans, who, like I said, has really come on as a rusher in this group here in the past couple weeks. 70-yard rush down at the 5-yard line to set up a Gavin Peterson touchdown on the next play. With 59 seconds remaining in the opening half to make it a 2-score game, heading into our Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Cowboys have really been clicking defensively. I've been raving about their defense today. I hate to be like kind of a negative guy on teams that I cover, but I wouldn't say I've been harsh, but I have been pretty honest with the Breckenridge defense. They've had their struggles this year, and the coaches will tell you that too. But they've really come on tonight, and this has been their best showing of the year. And against an offense that, like I said, they don't really match up with too great, because it really puts a lot on their secondary. And they've answered the call so far. So that's been my big takeaway for the opening half. If you're going to say that there's a reason Breckenridge has a 13-0 lead, you got to give it to the Breckenridge defense, of course. So, Cowboys, going to get ready to start warming up. I'll run through a few of the stats for you when I come back. We'll take our first break on this Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Just want to make sure the internet's all operating smoothly for all of you lovely viewers watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel. Once again, your score here at the half, Breckenridge 13, Menahga 0. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live.
Whether your favorite team wears purple, green, red, or any color, Gripper Sports wants to help you show off your school pride. Grippers also has the styles and inventory to fit any need. Gripper Sports Store located on Dakota Avenue in the heart of downtown Wapaton, helping you show your school pride for over 20 years.
Have you ever been driving and see a small pebble hit your windshield, resulting in a crack or chip? Well, it happens to even the best drivers. Jaworski Glass and Repair on Dakota Avenue in Wapaton is your local glass repair expert. They repair glass chips on all types of vehicles, as well as windshield replacements and custom glass cutting. Jaworski Glass and Repair guarantees quality work in a prompt manner. Give Jaworski Glass and Repair a call today, 642-4527.
Kraus Brothers Construction is a diversified construction aggregate materials, heavy equipment, and trucking company, serving the Red River Valley with locations in Wapaton, Hankinson, Veblen, South Dakota, and Rolog, Minnesota. Give them a call today at 701-642-4488. Kraus Brothers Construction prides themselves in offering and producing outstanding service and superior products to their customers. Give Kraus Brothers Construction a call today at 701-642-4488. Welcome to the Radio Employment Connection, where we work to find people to work for you. Menahga Farmers Cooperative is currently hiring for full-time employees and harvest, offering a $2,000 sign-on bonus and providing free transportation for employees from Fergus. Apply at mdf.coop/careers. If you'd like to advertise a job opening on the KBMW Radio Employment Connection, reserve a spot by contacting us at 701-642-8747 or email studio@kbmwnews.com. Nutrien Ag Solutions in Wapaton is here to provide local expertise to ag producers and help them take advantage of all the opportunities agriculture has to offer. Whether it's supplying the best performing seed for your unique growing conditions, improving the health of crops to make yields stronger, or providing the right protection to battle disease, weeds, and pests, Nutrien Ag Solutions is there to help. Give them a call at 701-642-5965. Nutrien Ag Solutions, your ag retailer of the future.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what quality recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
Life moves fast. Is your internet keeping up? Switch to Red River Communications fiber-fast broadband internet and make buffering and glitching a thing of the past. For over 70 years, Red River Communications has provided the Red River Valley industry-leading technology, all backed by a team of local experts. To upgrade your internet, visit redrivercom.com or give us a call at 701-553-8309. Red River Communications. Go faster with fiber.
Welcome to the Radio Employment Connection, where we find people to work for you. Red River Human Services has multiple DSP openings and shifts available, $17 an hour or more, depending on experience. Apply online at www.rrhsf.org. Red River Human Services has multiple DSP openings and shifts available. Apply online at www.rrhsf.org. If you'd like to advertise a job opening on the KBMW Radio Employment Connection, reserve a spot by contacting us at 701-642-8747 or email studio at kbmwnews.com.
And welcome back to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turner Bluffs here with a few stats for the Breckenridge Cowboys. 2 for 3, Bailey Evans is through the air with 17 yards and a touchdown, including that 4-yard scoring strike. Then he had a 13-yard catch by Alex Sanchez. That scoring strike was to Landon Bluffs, by the way. And then Evans, the leading rusher in this game. It helps when you have a 70-yard carry. He's got 4 carries for 80 yards, so just a healthy little 20 yards a carry. And then Paul Armitage next up, 10 carries, 43 yards. Gavin Peterson, not very many halves that he's third on the team in rushing. Oh, well, he's tied, actually, 10 for 43 with Paul Armitage. So tied for second, but that doesn't happen very often either. So as he's usually the one, the leading rusher by a mile when Cam Nito's not in the game. So those are a look at your leading rushers. And then a couple defensive stats for you. Landon Bluffs with a sack. And Alex Schockert had a pair of tackles for loss that were massive when he got them. So those are probably your biggest defensive standout moments. And obviously the secondary. Going to try to add this up really quick here. 11 pass attempts we've seen from Menahga so far. And they've completed 5 of them. So 5 of 11. Not too bad for the defense. They're winning more than they're losing. Only giving up 2 really big plays, a 45-yard one and a 27-yard one. Neither of them resulted in points, obviously, as we have a 13-0 game here during the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. So hopefully we got the internet issues worked out. Shout out to Ty Mickelson, Breckenridge parent, passing that on. That got to get all that taken care of. Just waiting to. Yeah, he just got back to me, letting him know. I think it's working all right now. So I'm glad he pointed that out. As they're going to throw another couple minutes on here to let them warm up. That was a little unexpected. Breckenridge was getting their kickoff team all ready to rock. But Menahga kind of taking their sweet time getting ready. So we'll wrap up this Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show with one more break and come back with the start of your second half. Menahga receives the ball as they trail the Cowboys 13-0. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
Tire Event Plus going on now at Smith Motors in Wapaton. Rebates up to $100 on a set of 4 tires from brands like Bridgestone, Goodyear, Michelin, and more. Use your GM Rewards card and double your rebate up to $200. Rake in even more savings with the $40 to $80 rebates on shocks and struts or brake pads and rotors. Their highly trained certified technicians are the ones to trust to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Your fall connection for expert service is Smith Motors. Visit smithmotors.com.
A good coach knows how to set goals, analyze risk, and win. American Federal takes a similar approach with your money. We bring together the bankers who make banking easy for you. Whether you're financing a business, needing insurance, planning for retirement, or buying a home, American Federal advisors can take care of it all for you. Together with American Federal, always a winning team. Member FDIC.
Whether your favorite team wears purple, green, red, or any color, Gripper Sports wants to help you show off your school pride. Grippers also has the styles and inventory to fit any need. Gripper Sports Store located on Dakota Avenue in the heart of downtown Wapaton, helping you show your school pride for over 20 years.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Welcome back to Menahga. Who's ready for some football? What seemed like the longest half time of my life. Cowboys get ready to boot it away. They won the opening kick, or they won the opening coin toss and elected to kick. Lennon Blofis will be handling the kick duties, it looks like. So Goose must have suffered a tough injury there. He's not going to be handling the kickoff duties, or maybe they're just saving him for the kickoff or for the field goals and extra points. I'm not 100% sure. Let's hope he's all right. Made a real splash here in his senior campaign. He's kicked a couple field goals this year. More field goals we've seen in the last probably 20 years combined. We are getting ready to rock for the second half. Once again, Landon Bloff is handling the kickoff duties. Bloffis kicks a little squib kick. Bounces off the foot of one of the up men, and then he dives on it. Austin Drulo tried to get in there to recover it, but Menahga got on it, so they'll take over. Looks like their own 37. Trying to find Goose over there on the sideline. See if either tending to an injury or what the situation is. But for those who missed it, he made a tackle. Could have been a touchdown-saving tackle on a kick return. As a Menahga player got loose on the right sideline, and Goose was one of the only men left to beat and ended up tripping him up, making his first tackle. But unfortunately got banged up on the play for him. They're going to go under center for the first time today, Menahga is. Going to go off tackle for a couple yards. On that rush once again was number 19, Toby Isola. Gain of 4 on the play. Only his 4th carry of the game. They only have 8 as a team. He's got 4 of them. The other 4 are Brock Bergman. As I said earlier, has 11 pass attempts, so more of a passing team today. Under center again out of the I formation. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Bergman snaps it, ends up fumbling the snap. That's what happens when you haven't been under center all day. You kind of got to get used to the connection again. Shocker, one of the man in there trying to make the fumble recovery along with Bergman. They might be saying maybe if Shocker didn't have that club on that hand, he might have had a better chance at squeaking that fumble out. So Menahga facing a 3rd and 6 from their own 40. They trail 13-0, 10:50 remaining in this third quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Burden and company come up to the line. We're going to go back out of the gun. 2 receivers out to each side, 1 running back. Burden fires one across the middle for a completion and a first down. Forward progress will give it to him despite Breckenridge's efforts to haul him to the other side of the field. And hauling in that catch, Isaiah Usher.
First down.
Moving the sticks. Give him about 10 on the play. 3rd catch of the game. Up to 44 yards. So Menahga comes up to the line. Going to go back under center. I formation. Burden. Hands it off tackle. You're going to go Isla again. Breckenridge doing a good job of not letting off any big plays in the run game, even though they haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to slow it down. Gain of 3 for Isla on the play. 9:37 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Underwood is at the 50-yard line. Still looking for their first points of the game. They trail 13-0. I formation again. Going under center. Burden off tackle to Isla on the left side. Makes one man miss. He's going to bust off for the first down. Looks like a 10-yard gain there for Isla. So maybe that's why they decided to switch to the under center. Thought it would benefit the run game a little better. 11-yard gain for Isla. I formation again. Bit different from what the Cowboys have faced all night offensively, or on their defensive side of the ball, I should say. And another nice game. 4 or 5. For Isla, trying to take a page out of Breckenridge's books. Playing the hard-nosed run game. Chewing up the clock while they're at it. Already down to 8:45 here in the 3rd quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Excuse me. The Braves coming up to the line. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We got the I formation again. And the fumble snap. It went Breckenridge's way, so if they don't come up with that one, that's going to be on them. So they have multiple guys around to make the recovery. And they said they got it. Oh, and of course it was Alex Shocker. He must have found out I made a joke about him not being able to get a fumble recovery with the club on his hand. Oops. And a massive fumble. The Menahga offense, who are looking to get something going here, get their first points of the game. Burden, maybe that's factoring in instead of going out of the gun, and connection with the center after not being under center for a whole half. Motion Armitage in the backfield. Got a handoff on the right side. Armitage got some room to run. He's going to stumble to the first down. Looks like a gain of 12 or 13 to start off this drive. First offensive drive of the half for the Cowboys. They're going to call that a gain of 12. Out to the Breckenridge 48. They're near the right hash. And Armitage now up to 55 yards on 11 carries, so 5 yards a pop. In motion, Armitage in the backfield for another carry. This one goes on the left side. He's got a lot of room to run. He's going to try to get to the edge. He's got one man to beat and knocked out of bounds. I got to check where they mark him down after being at his own 48. Close to the 10-yard line. Call it a 42-yard gain. As Armitage is knocking on the door of 100 yards. Needs 3 more to get it. And needs 11 yards to get into the end zone. Cowboys come off the line. Bailey Evans motions Armitage in the backfield. They're going to go with him again. Ride the hot hand. And he gets tackled. So he got back to the line, though. Some great sportsmanship here by Menahga. Ryan Tolkinen helping him up after that play. Might have even lost a yard on that one. But either way, they're in the Titan Machinery red zone. 2nd and 10 from the Menahga 11. 7:05 remaining in this third quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowboys, the 13-0 lead. Trying to add to it on this possession. First offensive possession of the half. Evans motions Sanchez in the backfield. Handed off to him on the right side. Sanchez. Looks like he's going to get 5 or 6 on the play. 6:40 remaining in the third quarter. Breckenridge up 13-0. Got to make sure they mark it down. It looks like a gain of 6 on the play. Sets up a 3rd and 4. Sanchez's 5th carry of the game. Also has the catch that makes him the leading receiver on the team. That 13-yard grab. Evans going to hand it off to Gavin Peterson. He's already got 1 TD on the day. And he's not going to get another one here. It's Menahga's defense. Hold strong. They made Peterson bounce it outside. Usually not in his wheelhouse for the most part usually. And we'll see if that injury to Goose comes into play here, because I think they might be wheeling out the field goal crew. His leg's not banged up here, but instead they're going to try to get these 5 yards to get in the end zone, or 4 yards to move the sticks. Try to make it a 3-score game. They motion Armitage in the backfield. They fake the handoff. Evans under pressure. Eludes one defender. Rolling out to the right. Tosses it to the end zone. He's got a man. It's Gavin Peterson for the 5-yard touchdown. The fullback flood had been kind of hibernating. But it's back now. I'm not sure if that's the play they ran, but either way, Gavin Peterson gets his 2nd touchdown of the night. 2nd 4th down touchdown strike from Bailey Evans on the day. The senior has come up huge. 5:32 remaining here in the third quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Yeah, Goose must be out because they would be kicking the extra point here if he was still good to go, but instead they're going for 2. Evans motions Armitage in the backfield. They're going to go toss right. Armitage trying to get to the corner and goes in with ease, untouched. So your score with 5:32 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in the third quarter. Cowboys make it a 21-0 game. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Hey, friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
And welcome back as the Cowboys just put 7 more points on the board after getting the big fumble recovery from Alex Shocker. Bailey Evans, 5-yard scoring strike to Gavin Peterson. Had to elude multiple defenders, scramble to buy time, roll out to the right, found his man at the edge of the end zone for the TD. Got another little squib. And none of the players are kind of getting on it in the the timely manner that you'd expect. Breckenridge was threatening over there. Jacob Kunkel and Jackson Riggs were both down there trying to make the recovery. It's pretty good for us as far as squib kicks go. Good job by Blofus to make sure that one didn't fly out of bounds. And not as far as squib kicks go, starting off at the 30, you'll give them that. Not the worst field position to give up after a squib kick, I will say. Back to the I formation. Once again, they've had issues with the exchange between the center and the quarterback. 2 fumbled snaps. Make it 3 fumbled snaps? Did I just do the announcer jinx? I did not want to do that. But Breckenridge is saying they got it. This time it is Alan Martinez hauling that one in. And I hate to keep harping on it because I know you guys are just saying, yeah, we get it. But they weren't having these issues when they were going out of the gun is all I'm saying. So Martinez, Johnny on the spot for the fumble recovery. Breckenridge also had their issues with the fumbles. Coughed up 2 of them at the beginning of this ball game. And now they're paying off from a couple fumbles. Breckenridge going out of a pistol set. And that one goes way too high. And whereas Menahga had the issues of going under center after going out of the gun all game, Breckenridge, same thing but the other way. They've been under center all game. And now the second they go out of the gun, they end up losing a ton of yards. Holy. I gotta see what they rule this one. Second down and 30 from the 50-yard line. Like I said, holy. 20-yard loss on the play. Evans under center now. Hands it off to Paul Armitage. Looking to cut it inside. Couple defenders waiting there for him. One of them laying a lick is Isaiah Usher. So Armitage gets some of those yards back. Call that a gain of 7 on the play. Armitage over 100 yards on that carry. Up to 104. I want to say about 13 carries. Double check that in the post-game show. They fake the handoff. Evans looking down the field and finds a man for the completion. And it looks like that's Bloffus again. Enough to move the chains, so a very big hookup. As they're starting to really be clicking in the pass game now. So it's good, almost as good as the pass games looked all year as well. Gain at 25 on the play into the Titan Machinery red zone. Actually gain at 27. As Bloffus becomes the leading receiver. They motion Armitage in the backfield, pitch left. And looking to get a block from Peterson. We got some laundry on the field. So we'll see if this run's going to be coming back, but a nice run by Armitage. They're into the Titan Machinery red zone. Already leading 21-0 here in Menahga. See what the refs got. They got a holding call on Breckenridge. This penalty brought to you by State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. Your local State Farm agents. And they're going to say that was on Alex Sanchez. I usually can't hear when they yell out the numbers, but officials got some pipes on them. I appreciate it. Sets up a 1st and 20 on the play. Breckenridge is at the 27 of Menahga. As Bailey Evans hauls the play in. Coming up to the line for this 1st and 22. We're going to go with a handoff to Gavin Peterson. Got a whole pile of Menahga players there ready to make the stop. One of them being number 70, Sean Hendrickson, said his name a few times today. It's that Peterson rush. Be a gain of, call it 3 or 4. Breckenridge trying to get up to the line. Get a play off. They got a motion Armitage in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Evans rolling out Tosses it to the right side, and pass is broken up. Was looking for Alex Sanchez on the play. It's now 3 of 5 on the game for Bailey Evans, by my count at least. We all know how unofficial my stats are. But as good at keeping stats as I am at running a camera. 3rd and 18 from the Menahga 24. Breckenridge trying to get back into the tight machinery red zone. More importantly, trying to get into the end zone. (21-0). Breckenridge in the lead. 2:19 remaining in this third quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Their first playoff game of the season. Breckenridge the 5 seed taking on the 4 seed. Handed off to Paul Armitage on the left side. No one near him. Gets a heck of a block from Dallin Ernst down the field. Zane Mickelson down there as well, laying the boom. And they're going to call that a gain of 13 on the play. And I felt like Armitage was running a bit there, kind of like, where is everybody? I haven't got touched till I'm like already 10 yards down the field. Heck of a job blocking. Gavin Peterson out there as well, throwing some blocks. 4th and 4 from the Menahga 11-yard line. Cowboys come up to the line. They've been really gelling on 4th down today. This time they're going to go with Armitage off tackle. A lot of room to run, and he's going to get in for 6, it looks like. 11-yard touchdown for Paul Armitage. With 1:20 remaining here in the third quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, Breckenridge just made a 27-0 game. Off that Armitage run. Heck of an effort there. And the 3rd touchdown of the day on 4th down for the Cowboys. So this could definitely be a much different game if a few of these 4th downs go a different way. Go for the 2-point conversion. We're going to go with Gavin Peterson. He got popped on that one. Or actually, Alex Sanchez. My apologies. So after the 2-point conversion is no good, Breckenridge get their kickoff team back on the field. Your score as we take a quick break. Actually, we're going to hang here. My apologies. 27-0 is the score. 1:20 remaining here in the third quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And dominant showing on both sides of the ball from the Cowboys so far. As I said earlier, I was even talking with one of the coaches during the halftime break. As good as we've seen the defense.
And a $1.50 hot dog combo at the concession stand. Hustle over to the concession stand and get your deal.
And welcome back. My apologies, as this equipment apparently was not made for cold weather. Had to get my radio equipment back up and running. So once again, my apologies. As Breckenridge leads 27-0 here in Menahga. Go with a throw, a little bit of a bubble screen, which Breckenridge has blown up. This Cowboy defense continues to just ball out tonight. It'll happen when you have a 27-0 lead. As this third quarter is winding down, it'll likely be the last play of the third quarter. And that'll do it. Now that we got all the equipment back up and running, take a commercial break. Your scores, we head in the fourth quarter. Get those fours up, everybody. Breckenridge 27, Menahga 0. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windmere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
Hey, that was perfect timing. Had the ad with the State Farm agents. Got a nice text from State Farm agents, or one of the State Farm agents, Amanda Frederick, watching the game at home. Very much appreciate all the feedback, as it's a bit of a chilly night. Apparently my equipment wasn't up for this, but we're getting through it. You guys know it's a 27-0 game. You know the fourth quarter is up and running right now. I think all is well. 3rd and 19 is what Menahga is facing right here. Pair of running backs in the backfield. Dropping back to pass. And looking for a deep ball. Overthrown. Bailey Evans on the pressure there. And Isaiah Usher trying to lay out for the catch in what could be his final game as a Menahga Brave. He's a senior on the squad. Very senior dominant squad that helped this squad to a 5-3 record on the season. Nabbing the 4th seed while they were at it, Breckenridge. Of course, dropping to the 5 seed. That loss to Pelican Rapids didn't help them out, but like we said earlier coming in this game, Menahga is no slouch. They picked up the upset win against New York Mills. So Breckenridge has just been lights out here. And we got another long ball attempt. Evans on the coverage once again. Him one-on-one with Usher. Usher's going to be a little tired running all these long balls. That was actually 4th and 19, or now it's 4th and 19. So punt it away. $11:49 remaining in the fourth quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. It's Breckenridge hoping to move on to the second round. Play the winner of New York Mills and Underwood. And most years I would say, I think actually that was 4th and 19, my apologies. Most years I would say, Breckenridge is most 99% sure going to be taking on New York Mills next week, but or on Saturday, as Paul Armitage gets the carry. But it's been a weird year. It seems like there's been upsets all across the board here this year, so I'm never going to say nothing ever is never. Especially since I was saying Breckenridge pretty much was guaranteed a home playoff game last week, so what do I know? But Paul Armitage on that carry. He's already got 100 yards on the day. And we'll see maybe if they get a TD on this drive, if they're going to keep rolling with the starters here. I mean, with all the injuries Breckenridge has sustained this year, they would just hate to see a guy go down with an injury when they got kind of a lead like this. Just like Timmy Guler last week. As Gavin Peterson gets the tote. And a lot of room to run. Never slowed down on that play. And they're going to say get on the line right away. As they get into the Titan Machinery red zone after that carry of about 12 yards. Now they go with Peterson again. And he's just carrying dudes at this point. We'll see how many yards he got out of that one. Peterson. Gain of about 6 on the play. The outstanding senior fullback. Breckenridge has got a good tradition of fullbacks, and Peterson going right with it. Motion Armitage into the backfield. Fake the handoff to him. Evans makes one man miss. Rolls out to the right. He's going to call his own number and go in for 6. Bailey Evans from 8 yards out for the touchdown. And I'm sure the coaches are saying, where has this been all year? As far as running the ball so effectively. But this ball actually might be coming back. Looks like they got a hold call. And it is a holding. Evans is going to say, what are you doing, guys? Come on. Trying to pad my rushing stats here, and this is what you guys do. So back to the 15-yard line they go. Clock's back running, 10:05 remaining. Your Carl's Family Insurance scoreboard. 1st and 10 from the 15. Evans under center. And they do a little counter handoff with Alex Sanchez. Menahga eats it up. So just got back to the line, maybe even lost a yard. Actually lost a couple on the play. What has not been one of Sanchez's better rushing performances, but I'm sure he's not going to care if Breckenridge can hang on to this lead. $9:22 remaining here in the fourth quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge leads Menahga 27-0. Here in the playoff opener for Section 6A. David Erlinson motion in the backfield, gets the handoff on the left side. Cuts it up, and Erlinson is going to get close to the goal line. Will not go down. And now they're saying there's actually a fumble, and Menahga got the ball back. So the Braves still fighting hard. Third fumble lost for Breckenridge on the day. The Braves have lost 2 of their own. So the 3 turnovers haven't hampered Breckenridge too much, but at the same time, put some points on the board in that drive. Might be able to get your starters some rest for Saturday if you can hang on to this one. So Menahga will start this drive near their own goal line. Looks like they're on the 1, actually. So Erlinson was pretty close to getting in the end zone. Burton waiting on the snap. Gets it. Looks left. And throws a completion. Drool over there applying some nice coverage again. They got Isaiah Usher for that catch. Looks like a gain of 5 on the play. For Usher. He's got 4 catches on the day. One of them being a 27-yard grab. So the Braves go back to the 2 running back look. Roll out to the left for Burton. Looking to hit the wheel route. And overthrows his man. And once again, Bailey Evans matching up with the receiver. Ryan Tolkinen, the intended receiver this time around. So that sets up a 3rd and 5 from the Cowboys 6. 8:06 remaining. Breckenridge leads 27-0 here in Menahga. Once again, what could be the first time these two teams have ever played each other. Out of the gun, Burton. Waiting on the snap and delivers the throw. And got an incomplete pass. Oh, they're actually going to say he hauled it in just short of the sticks. Breckenridge seemed surprised, but they'll roll with it. I want to say that was Lars Peterson on the catch. Not 100% sure. And now, my apologies. They came up to the line to try to do a QB sneak. Catch the Cowboy defense sleeping. They're saying they held, though. We shall see. Get the signal from the stripes. See if the chain crew is necessary. They're going to bring out the chain gang. We'll see if they got enough for the first down on that Burton and run. Breckenridge's defense seemed pretty confident, but then again, they always do when they're saying it's short. They're saying it might have even lost a yard on that one. That is well short. I think that is that's about the most yardage I've ever seen between the ball and the yard marker on a chain measurement I've ever seen. But I like how thorough they are. I like that they're checking it out, even though they probably could have just checked that out on them just over at the sideline. But oh well. Now we'll see if this is going to be the last time we're going to see the Breckenridge offense, if they can put one here in the end zone. Evans motions Armitage into the backfield. Hands it off after faking the first handoff to Peterson. Gets wrapped up and spun down. Gain of 4 on the play for Armitage, who has been a machine tonight. He's got a touchdown. Also over 100 yards. It's probably been his best offensive game of his career. Varsity career, that is. Gavin Peterson gets the carry. And he needs 6 yards to get in the end zone here from the Titan Machinery red zone. See how many they give him. Looks like he got, very close to the first down marker. So you need about need a few inches for a first down, need a yard or two for a touchdown. They're on the 1 yard line. So 5 yard gain there from Gavin Peterson. See if they can cap off this drive. Their 5th touchdown of the night. Bailey Evans. And looks like they're going to get called for a penalty. False starter and illegal motion. It's now a 3rd and 6 after the false start with 6:13 remaining here on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge up 27-0 here in the 4th quarter. 3 of their 4 touchdowns coming on 4th down plays. So maybe if they will keep that streak going if they can't get in the end zone on this play. Or move the sticks. Because they still could get a first down without scoring, but they'll only need about another 6 inches after that. Evans motions Armitage in the backfield. Hands it off to Armitage. Paul Armitage spins into the end zone for 6 from 6 yards out. Armitage's 2nd touchdown of the night. It has been a great showing from the sophomore tailback. They're excited for his future with this squad. And this might just be the first glimpse of what's to come in the next couple of years. 5:45 remaining. And they're bringing out Goose. That's a good sight. And he's going to be good to kick both today and, pending the craziest comeback I've ever seen, also on Saturday this week. Oh, never mind. They're going to go offense. My apologies. So they go with Gavin Peterson for the 2-point conversion, and he lays the boom, even though he probably could have walked in. That's all right. So with 5:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Cowboys up 35-0 on Menahga. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
At Twin Town Villa, their focus is on comfort, security, peace of mind, and quality of life for their residents. They're extending an invitation to you to stop and experience how their assisted living community is different. Their 1- and 2-bedroom apartments are spacious and fully functional, and their list of amenities is endless. Their mission centers around family with assistance, supportive services, and quality health care all under one roof at Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. Check them out on Facebook or visit their website at twintownvilla.com. Call them 643-9542 to schedule a tour today.
And welcome back to Menahga as the Cowboys just extended their lead to 35 points. 35-0 here with 5:40 remaining in this ball game. And I got to find someone to fill in for me so I can run down and get half-off concessions. I'm not getting any takers. All right, that's all right. Thought someone in the press box would step up. I'm not too lucky today. Landon Bloff is handling the kicking duties in Goose's absence. And this one tried to get scooped up by one of the up men, but he ended up diving on it after it took a very favorable bounce for Breckenridge, but he made sure to keep his hustle going, and Menahga will get another crack at putting some points on the board. Breckenridge still going with their starting defense here, trying to preserve the shutout or not let Menahga back into the game somehow. Crazier things have happened. I don't know if I've seen it, but crazier things somewhere have happened, I'm sure. Burton, 2 receivers out to each side, 1 running back with him in the backfield. Snap, throws it down the field, and incomplete. Gavin Peterson over there on the coverage. Just because he's a big fullback and linebacker doesn't mean he can't drop back and defend the pass. After that, Burton incompletion. Got a 2nd and 10, 4:54 remaining on your cross. Actually, running clock. Forgot about that. 35-point lead in the fourth quarter. Burden. Going to go with the same Queens look. Bloffus tries to get a sack. This is the tackle. Burton continues to be elusive and gets taken out of the legs. You got to see who made that tackle. Shockert. See if they got him in the backfield. That would be his 3rd TFL of the day. Tackle for loss. Those who don't know. And it was. That guy's a menace at linebacker. 3rd tackle for loss on the day by my count. Also has a fumble recovery on the defensive side of the ball. The running joke is he doesn't even play linebacker. He's just the shocker backer. It's his own position. Lined up at DN this time around. Or outside linebacker, you could call him. They throw it. And that pass is broken up. Ryan Tolkinen. Bailey Evans continues to shine in the secondary today. Liked what I've seen out of him. Apparently I'm just not very observant because I'm the last one to the party on finding out that Bailey Evans has got some wheels. The last couple weeks, both in the secondary and playing quarterback. Breckenridge has got to be happy with him coming on as a dual threat in Cam Nito's absence. They need as many guys to run the ball as possible. 3:14 remaining. Pie time. Shout out Mr. Goldaddy. 4th and 11. Burden drops back to pass. Looking right. And throws it for a completion, but short of the sticks. Paul Armitage continues to have his outstanding night. Lars Peterson hauled that one in, but well short of the sticks. 2:55 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowboys up 35-0. Looks like they're going to send in their 2nd unit. So that'll do it for the offensive starters for the most part, I would think. I believe that's Coach Yagi getting them all sorted out where they need to be. Usually handles the offensive duties. It's Breckenridge coming out. Yep, definitely a lot of new faces out here. Haven't had to use this roster, the Breckenridge roster, much today. I'm pretty familiar with most of the guys, but got a lot of new faces in now. First play, they'll run out of Wishbone. They're going to go with a handoff. And getting that handoff was number 14, Logan Church, a sophomore running back. Listed at 5'10", 160. Played quarterback with the second group. This is number 3, Trey Vogelbacher. Vogelbacher, fun to cover during the baseball season. Also plays hockey, so gotta love those 3-sport athletes. Earned a spot on the kickoff team this year. It's where a lot of guys kind of make their first mark on the varsity level. Go prove yourself on special teams. And Vogelbacher looking over to his coaching staff. So they give him the go-ahead to snap it so they don't get a delay of game. And kind of a broken play. He was looking to hand it off, but Vogelbacher's just going to have to tuck it and run himself. Isla, as well as number 4, Lars Peterson on the tackle. Said his name a few times today. And Breckenridge kind of took it to Menahga, but they showed a lot of signs of showed a lot of potential tonight. And like I said, this could be a completely different ball game. 1 or 2 of those fourth quarter touchdowns go a different way. This Cowboys got 3 of their 5 scores on 4th down today. Which I would say has kind of been the key to the game. 2 of them, Bailey Evans passing touchdowns. Paul Armitage took in a run himself. Vogelbacher letting that clock wind down as far as it can. And they snap it. Handoff on the left side. As the runner tries to bust it outside. Lawson Oliphant, seen him in a few games. In a few of the blowouts this year. And I don't think they need to run another play. We'll see. Yeah, that'll do it. So your final score here in Menahga as the Cowboys start their playoffs with a bang. 35-0 on the road, picking up the victory. Take a quick break before we hop back in for our Miller Realty postgame show. You've been listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care that you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there are no appointments necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekends. Quality care close to home. You get the fine care for home injuries, common illness, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Click the banner to learn more. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, like nowhere else.
Breckenridge Cowboys were not too happy to have to go on the road for their playoff opener and took out a little bit of the frustration on the Menahga Braves today. Battle between the 4 and the 5 seeds. Like I said at the beginning of the game, on paper this should be the best matchup as far as all the seedings go, but did not turn out that way. 35-0 your final. Run through the scoring for you as it's just Breckenridge picking up, obviously putting points on the board here as they pitch the shutout here. And getting it started on a 4th down strike, a 4-yard one, that is. Bailey Evans finding Landon Blofis on 4th and 4 for the touchdown grab. And then they got a touchdown right before halftime off a 5-yard rush by Gavin Peterson with 57 seconds left in the opening half. Gavin Peterson went in for his second touchdown of the day. Oh, yeah, he did catch it from Bailey Evans. Had to double-check that on that 5-yard one where he kind of improvised, ran out to his right, and drilled it to him on the side of the end zone. And that was on 4th down as well, as was the 11-yard touchdown rush by Paul Armitage. And then Paul Armitage and Gavin Peterson linked my apologies. Armitage went in for his second touchdown in the fourth quarter with 5:40 remaining from 6 yards out. So he had the 11-yard score and the 6-yard score to put the game away in the second half. And then Bailey Evans and Gavin Peterson also getting the only other touchdown of the second half here in this ball game. So 2 TDs for Gavin Peterson, 2 for Paul Armitage, 1 for Landon Blofis. Run through some of the stats for you. Landon Blofis ended up being the leading receiver for this squad. 31 yards because he, along with that 4-yard touchdown, he also had a 27-yard catch. Alex Sanchez had 1 catch for 13 yards. Gavin Peterson had the 5-yard grab for the touchdown, putting Bailey Evans at 4 for 6 passing for 49 yards by my count. 4 for 6, 49 yards once again. And then rushing, Bailey Evans didn't get another rush in the second half to get over the 100-yard mark. He ended up with 80 yards on only the 4 carries. Not the leading rusher on the day, though. That was Paul Armitage getting that honor. I got him for 17 carries. That might even be a little light. He might have had more than that, but I got him for 17 carries, 127 yards for the sophomore. Once again, only a sophomore making these big plays on the varsity stage. 14 carries for 68 yards for Gavin Peterson, along with the 1 rushing and 1 receiving touchdown. Alex Sanchez, not a whole lot of action from him today. They got him for 28 yards on 6 carries. And the fumbles are kind of the only thing that Breckenridge is going to want to clean up after this game. You call it basically a perfect performance if not for the 3 fumbles they coughed up. They had the 1 on a mishandled snap. David Erlinson fumbled 1 away that got picked up at the 1-yard line. He was just fighting for the extra yards. Take what you can get. I know a lot of the coaches will say, just go down and don't give them an opportunity to strip it out. It was kind of like lost in the shuffle, so I can't really see how that ball came loose. But Erlinson looked sharp, and the few carries he did get in this ball game just had to hold on to it on that one. And then Paul Armitage had the 1 fumble early on in the game, but obviously he shook that off pretty quick. Went over the 100-yard mark with a pair of touchdowns. So outstanding showing from Breckenridge. I would say the best defensive showing I've seen from them this year. They were locked in, coming up with big stop after big stop. Hauled in a couple of fumble recoveries. Oh, defensive stats. Probably should give you some of those as well. Alan Martinez with a fumble recovery. Landon Blofis had a sack. And then Alex Shocker, 3 tackles in the backfield along with a fumble recovery in the game. If I was just going to pick a defensive player for that game to say that the star was, you'd definitely go Shocker most games. And this game you probably could too, but if I were going to single out why they were so successful tonight, I would say the secondary. Bailey Evans, Austin Drulo, both of them look great at corner. And the whole secondary and everybody helping out as well. The linebackers coming out and getting out to the flats where they need to be and whatnot against a spread kind of team. One they haven't seen very many of those this year once again. So liked what I saw from them on the defensive side of the ball, and I'm going to try to see if I can track down a score for the New York Mills game as they are taking on Underwood tonight. And Breckenridge, if Underwood were to win, by some miracle, they're 0-8 right now, taking on the top seed in the section. If they were to win, Breckenridge would host them. But if they are to lose to New York Mills, then Breckenridge will be headed there on Saturday. So take another quick break on the Miller Realty postgame show as I try to track down that score once again. You've been listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
At Titan Machinery, we know you expect premium performance and dependable durability from your Case IH equipment, and you should demand the same from the parts you put inside it. Only CNH Industrial Genuine Parts are guaranteed to perform to the rigorous standards of your Case IH equipment. They're engineered to work harder and last longer so you can maximize your uptime and minimize your maintenance intervals. Others can imitate, but none can replicate. Nothing beats the original. CNH Industrial Genuine Parts. For CNH Industrial Genuine Parts, visit your area Titan Machinery.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Ever buy something and open the box to find 1,000 pieces ready to assemble? Time-consuming and frustrating. That's why Bear Build Woodworks and Builders First Source offer gorgeous, hassle-free finishes for their doors and millwork. No mess and not stress. With over 30 stain options and 40 paint colors, Bear Build Woodworks pre-finish is the perfect choice for quality that stands the test of time. Get it finished with Bear Built Woodworks and Builders First Source in Wahpeton.
The number of power poles knocked down by farm machinery has increased dramatically over the past 10 years. Since there's not a huge change in who's farming the land, it's possible that auto steering has contributed to the increase. Don't be lulled into complacency before you realize what's happening. You can hit a power pole. Know the location of power lines in fields. To make sure you have adequate clearance as you go about your work, we urge you to give safety the highest priority. This safety message is brought to you by Dakota Valley Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Welcome back to the Miller Realty postgame show. Turnbull Office here with your play of the game, which is brought to you by Red River Agency, your trusted hometown agents. And this one's a tricky one. It ended up being a blowout, so, you could say that a lot of these really didn't come down to mean a whole lot more than other plays. But if I had to pick one, I would say the touchdown right before the half by Gavin Peterson, the 5-yard scoring plunge. Oh, excuse me. To make it a 13-0 game heading into the half, because that was my apologies, allergies kicking in somehow as it is freezing out. Because that gave them a 2-score cushion, going in the half, and they knew that Menahga. I was just trying to find a New York Mills score, no luck, but they knew Menahga was getting the ball to start the second half, so they knew they wanted to have that 2-score cushion. And after getting snake bit last week by an interception when they tried to get some points on the board before the half, it was encouraging for them to see them be able to punch it in. And 70-yard run set it up. You could say those two go together for the play of the game, because that was a heck of a run by Bailey Evans to set up that 5-yard score on the very next play with under a minute remaining to make it a 2-score game heading into halftime. So that's my play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, your trusted hometown agents. And that brings us to the big one. You guys know this is coming your way. Player of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you. And oh boy. Obviously, there's a lot of good ones to choose from, but I think there was one that kind of stood above the rest on the offensive side of the ball, at least. If I was going to give one on the defensive side, like I said earlier, I would give it to the whole secondary. But offensively, Paul Armitage was the star tonight, and I wouldn't say his breakout game because we kind of knew that he was this good for a while, but at the same time, this was really his coming out party in a playoff game. Kind of putting the team on his back, going over the 100-yard mark. Also a pair of touchdowns in this game to kind of put this one away and be able to, kind of kneel this one out. Paul Armitage, heck of a game, is our player of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health. Hones again, 127 yards off 17 carries unofficially. Heavy on that unofficially. Doing my best up here to keep the stats. So that's what I got him down for. So we're just going to roll with that. So Breckenridge will play on Saturday. You got to assume it's going to be New York Mills, but once again, you got to make sure to double check that unless they got somehow upset by Underwood. You never know, but most likely we will say we're going to be playing in New York Mills on Saturday, and possibility of them hosting Underwood if they pulled off the upset heard round the state. I'm sure it would be called if that ended up happening. So that'll do it for tonight. And one final time, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Whether you're watching on the live stream or listening on B92.7 FM, very much appreciate all of you listeners, and hopefully catch you back here on Saturday. One more time, your final score: Breckenridge 35, Menahga 0. You've been listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
Tonight's game between the Breckenridge Cowboys and Menahga Braves was brought to you by American Federal Bank, Anthony's Hair Place, Bircham Therapeutic, Cargill, Doman Chiropractic, Gripper Sports Store, Interstate Engineering, Jawoski Glass and Repair, Mendak Farmers Cooperative, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Optimum Rehab, Red River Communications, Red River Human Services, Smith Motors. Now, here's KBMW's Turner Blofus. Breckenridge Public Schools, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Red River Agency, The Wilkin Drink and Eatery, Minn Kota Ag Products, Hike Camp Construction, Carlson Family Insurance, Miller Realty, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Twin Town Villa, CHI St. Francis, Quality Toyota, Builder's First Source, Otter Tail Power Company, Essentia Health, Titan Machinery, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Buyer Insurance Agency, and Kraus Brothers Construction. Be sure to go to KBMWnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. Thanks for listening.